to another Vlogmas video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. No Christmas jumper today. I've been at work today. I guess this is a sort of, oh, by the way, I dropped pizza down myself at lunchtime today.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, this dress is literally, you know, I really should have done something about this. This dress is like one of those dresses that, or what, made of that material that just takes in stains. I'm hoping it will wash out. But as soon as I put pizza on it, I went to the sink and was like, water with a cloth. And it looked like it had gone, and I thought, oh, lovely. And then it dried, and then I've just been walking around with pizza on me all day today. So, yeah. But the pizza was delicious. So yeah, today's video, haven't got a Christmas jumper on, got this dress on, but I have got a Christmas headband on. Mercedes got me this headband for my birthday. Isn't that a lovely, lovely gift? It's got, I mean, I'll take it off. It's got like holly and little golden bits and everything on it. It's really, really nice. And I think it goes very well with this dress. So yeah, no Christmas jumper to showcase, but books to showcase, because today is my December book haul. This chair is at such a strange angle. Today is my December book haul, and this is entitled the Thank You Very Much for Being My Best Friend book haul, because I've got books here from publishers, books here from Philippa, a quick book reviews, because I filmed a Christmas podcast and she sent me some books to say thank you, more on that later, and books that my best friends from my, well, I don't know all of who these people are because they're from my wish list, so sometimes I get a note and sometimes I don't, and I never like to say people's names unless they've given me the okay to say those names. So I would just say to people who have sent me books from my wish list, mwah, Merry Christmas, you have made me a very happy girl. But let's start with the books that I've received from the publisher, and the first one, which is literally I've just unpacked now. This is so beautiful. So this is a Faber's Members edition of Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. There's a whole range of these Faber's Members editions. Sally Rooney's got one, Normal People, and a collection of Rachel Cust's book, and I can't remember the last one. All of these in these sort of naked hardback, beautiful, beautiful books. But I went for Never Let Me Go. The publisher said, would you fancy one of these? And I said I would fancy one of these, because Never Let You Go is a book that I read before all the book tubing sort of started, and I always really enjoyed it, and I mean to go back to it. I actually had a second-hand copy that was very beaten and bashed up. I've got a feeling I bought that from a second-hand bookshop that was on Brighton seafront. How nice is that? And I need to reread it. Now I'm a bit better at sort of like pulling apart books, and not pulling apart books, like, but I can explain now why I like books, is what I'm saying. And I really enjoyed it at the time, and I really want to reread it. And then they got in touch and said, would you like any of these books? And this was the perfect one. So yeah, absolutely beautiful. And I believe they'll be available to buy. So do check out the old Faber website, because they are gorgeous. Look at that, green, lovely. And then I've got 3 books from the lovely Emma at Book Break, who sent me a lovely Wintery package, including a Book Break mug, which I haven't, oh, David's giving Minnie a treat because she's so cute. Including a Book Break mug and some lovely snuggly socks. But they also sent me Christmassy books, lovely things. Robin, which is been made into a Netflix film this year, and it's just so cute. This is the written by Dan Ajari and Mikey Please, and it's illustrated by Bryony May Smith, and it's about a robin who gets taken in by a group of mice. And I mean, that robin has made mouses on their head. It's just the cutest thing ever. So yeah, very lovely, warming. We loved the film, didn't we, David?
Yeah, lovely.
Who does this remind you of?
Well, especially the minute where she's looking a little bit
she is a little bit grumpy. But yeah, a lovely book. And if you haven't watched the Netflix little film, do give it a go, because it's lovely. I think it was only like 40 minutes long, wasn't it?
Not even that long. Not even that long.
We loved it. And then I've also got 2 books, women's contemporary fiction books, which I've read the Jenny Bayliss's first book, which was called The 12 Dates of Christmas, which actually, like, as far as women's contemporary fiction goes, I'm not a big fan of, but I really enjoyed The 12 Dates of Christmas. It was very Christmassy, and the main character, Kate, I very much enjoyed her going on 12 different dates. Obviously, it was 12 different dates of Christmas, as the book says on the tin. As it says on the tin. I feel like I say as it says on the tin all the time. But I really enjoyed it, and I don't normally like enjoy the protagonists in women's contemporary fiction, so I've got high hopes for this as well. The Winter of Second Chances, so it looks quite Christmassy, but I'm told it's more wintry. Christmas is not mentioned on the back of here, so I think maybe this might be a January read for me. Also, it's set on the beautiful south coast of Kent, which is where I'm from. I'm from Kent, so that's exciting. And then I've got, as I said, the books from lovely Philippa, whose podcast I did. So Philippa runs a podcast called the Quick Book Reviews podcast. Very good podcast. it does quick book reviews, as it says on the tin. And last year, Philippa was kind enough to ask me if I would be on the Christmas edition, where we would talk about Christmassy books and everything. And apparently, she said there was quite some demand for me to return this year. So we have recorded it, and it will be out. So this is coming out on Thursday, this video here, but it will be out on Monday the 20th. So go and follow quick book reviews on whatever podcast platform you may use. And yeah, and the episode will be out on Monday. And I think if you like books and you like this channel, you're going to like that podcast too. So I've already been through these books and read out the blurbs on the back of them in the vlog. So I'm only going to mention them briefly, because if you've watched the vlog, you would have seen more in-depth stuff about them. But yeah, let's go for the book. So she also sent David a book, 13 it was called, wasn't it? It's about David likes a courthouse drama. And it's about a serial killer being on the jury. I think David's going to very much enjoy it. So I've got The Smallest Man by Francis Quinn, which is about a chap called Nat Davy, who in 1652 was given as a gift to the Queen of England, and he was called the Queen's Dwarf. But it says here, I was more than that, I was her friend when she had no one else. So it's about sort of companionship. And yeah, it says the bravest heart, the biggest story. And yeah, someone stylist has written not your ordinary historical fiction. So there we go. And then I've got A Snowfall of Silverwood by A Snowfall of Silver by Laura Wood, nothing Silverwood. I've read or had a copy of a book by Laura Wood set in Cornwall, and I think it was a sort of like Great Gatsby retelling. But this, again, I love me a historical fiction. This is set in the autumn of 1931, and it's about 18-year-old Freya who runs away from her home in Cornwall to want to become an actress. So that sounds very, very exciting, YA, and this front cover is gorgeous. And then I've got a book that I can't believe I haven't read, because I've read other books by this author, and it's Miss Benson's Beetle by Rachel Joyce. And this is set in 1950, recent historical fiction, let's call it. And Marjorie Benson has abandoned her dead-end job and goes for a job as an assistant to accompany somebody, abandons her dead-end job and advertises for an assistant to accompany her on an expedition. And this woman, Enid Pretty, goes for the job, and it's them searching for beetles. It sounds like it's going to be female friendship. I'm really into it, and I'm looking forward to it. And then this last one is a proof copy. When Philippa sent it to me, she said, oh, sorry if it's messy. I've been, it's because I can't concentrate when I'm walking and reading. And I thought, I need to do some more walking and reading. I was very into walking and reading when I used to walk home from school. But I don't do much walking without somebody else now, so yeah. But that is Wahala by Nikki May, and this is it says here, Sex and the City with a killer edge for fans of Queenie, Expectation and My Sister the Serial Killer. So you're following three friends, mixed race friends living in London. They all have the gift of two cultures, so they're Nigerian and English. They're called Ronki, Simi and Boo. And then it says, when Isabel, a lethally glamorous friend from their past, arrives in town, she is determined to fix their futures for them. So yeah, it sounds like a thriller. It just sounds like it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to read it. So Wahala by Nikki May. I think that might be an early doors one for next year as well. Right, just getting my books from my wish list. Leaning over. So yeah, as I said, all of these books were sent to me by people from my wish list, so I cannot thank you enough for them. They've made my Christmas. And like the ones that I have had notes on have just been so sweet about like how much they've been enjoying Vlogmas and how sort of grateful they are for me putting the work in all year round and then having Vlogmas as well. So it's been an absolute moment receiving these books. When I see one come through the post, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe someone sent me a book to thank me. So yeah, it's been really, really lovely. So thank you, thank you, thank you if you've sent me a book from my wish list. And yeah, I just really appreciate it. I can't say how much, so much. The first one is Emily, got it wrong straight time. Ratajkowski, and this is My Body. So this is a memoir from Emily Ratajkowski. She is an American actress and model, and you may know her from being in films and things, but also there's been an ongoing war, sort of like war against somebody who had a photo of her topless, a photographer, and she didn't own that image. So Emily didn't own her own image, so the photographer owned this image of her. And also things going on about her appearance in the Blurred Lines video, Robin Thicke's music video, where there was some problems that went on there. So yeah, this is a sort of exploration of Emily and her relationship with her body and femininity, and why you can't, why you can't sort of, people have said that she exploits her own body for her personal gain and things like that, and she's sort of like looking into why can't she do that. So I'm really excited to read it. She was also on Women's Hour recently and I really enjoyed that interview. I can't wait to read it. I think it's gonna be really important, and like sort of like one of the books of like sort of there's been so much hype and stuff around this book. I've heard so many people talking about it, so cannot wait to read that. Then I've got the only Sarah Waters book that I haven't read, Affinity. I cannot wait to read this. As I said, this is the only Sarah Waters book I haven't read, so I am sort of like wanting to read this so much because I've loved all of Sarah Waters' others books. I've just recently finished, well recently, about a month ago, finished Fingersmith and adored it. And yeah, I really want to read this, but also feel a bit nervous. I don't even know what it's about. Let's find out together. Oh God, already from the first line, I know it's going to be bloody brilliant. From the dark heart of a Victorian prison, disgraced spiritualist Selena Dawes weaves an enigmatic spell. Is she a fraud or a prodigy? By the time it all begins to matter, you'll find yourself desperately wanting to believe in magic. She's just amazing, bloody Sarah Waters. I can't believe how much I love her books. Bring out another one, would you, Sarah? This is from 1999, this one. So yeah, I think this might even be one of her first ones. Maybe, but yeah, can't wait to read that. Then I've got another cloth-bound classic from Penguin. I absolutely love these. This is Tales from 1001 Nights. So there's a whole host of different tales in here. The only one I feel like I'm actually familiar with, isn't it Alibaba? Yeah, the story of Alibaba and the 40 thieves killed by a slave girl. Sinbad the Sailor was also another one that I'm familiar with. Oh, and Aladdin, of course. I didn't know if Aladdin was on. So yeah, so this is a collection of stories from Tales from 1001 Nights. And I've got a whole host of these. They're always so heavy as well, these Penguin cloth-bound classics. And they're always beautifully naked hardback, like with this gorgeous print all done by Coralie Bickford Smith, and this one is no different to being as beautiful as the others. And then today also arrived The Doll by Daphne du Maurier. This is a collection of short stories by Daphne du Maurier. Now I do own this, but I wanted this front cover because I have the majority of these front covers. I think I've got the copy I have of this is like in the older Virago front cover. So this is lovely to have this sort of like matching with my set. And yes, this is a collection of short stories. Daphne du Maurier short stories are always fantastic, and I've really enjoyed her. Apart from that really horribly racist one called Merry Christmas. I didn't enjoy that, or Happy Christmas maybe. But the one in here, the title story in here, The Doll, is basically about a sex doll. So yeah, I can't wait to explore the other ones in the series. Shall I tell you some of the titles of them? We can get excited together. East Wind, The Doll, Tame Cat, Nothing Hurts for Long. Oh, listen to this one. And His Letters Grew Colder. That sounds exciting, doesn't it? So yeah, I'll be looking forward to dipping into those as the year goes by. Then, 2 cookbooks, very excited, and this one is completely apt for the time of year. So this is Vegan Christmas by Gaz Oakley, and my God, there are some amazing things in it. This is over 70 recipes for the festive season by an avant-garde vegan. Look at this guy. He's been around for a long old time as Gaz Oakley, and this book is just fantastic. It's got a whole host of, oh God, I've just opened it up with parsnip and vanilla soup. I love a soup. I believe there's a, oh, so it's got sort of like vegan sort of versions of stuff that you find familiar with Christmas. So for example, a smoked salmon and cream cheese on canapé, so that sort of thing. It's got a whole massive, oh God, look at that, stuffed squash roast. It's got a whole massive chapter on fake meat. So here, I've just opened it at the page of rosemary, red wine and garlic beef. So I'm quite into fake meat. I know a lot of vegetarians aren't, but I am quite into it. Oh, that looks good as well. Roasted nut roast and beef. So I'm definitely going to be looking through here. I'm normally tasked with a starter on Christmas Day, but we're at David's mum and dad's for Christmas Day, and you don't have to take anything around there. It's all done. My mum's asked me to do a salad for Boxing Day, so maybe I'll have a look and see what's here. But I love this leftovers section. This is a turkey and leek pie, so I could do that with fake chicken, or Christmas korma. Oh, don't. I love a leftovers. I think I enjoyed leftovers more than, oh, gyros. And that tells you how to make, or does it tell you how to make the flatbreads? It tells you how to make all the other gear that goes with it. Bubble and squeak patties, like, it's got all sort of like Christmas eventualities covered in here, so I can't wait to cook some stuff from that. And then I've got Rachel Ammer's Vegan Eats, and this is tasty plant-based recipes for every day. So I included Rachel Ammer's more recent book in my gift guide, which I absolutely love. they're one pan recipes or one pot recipes, and she shows you how to make one particular thing, and then how you can make that into 3 more meals. So you can make a batch cook of something and then turn it into 3 other delicious things. So that book is fantastic, and this is her first book, and I loved that book so much that I couldn't wait to get my mitts on it. It's got all sorts of delicious things. I've opened it up at Thai green curry and curried chickpeas, Spanish butter bean stew with roasted red peppers. That looks bloody amazing. So, sides, sauces and dips, Caribbean dumplings, miso glazed aubergine with rocket and chilli. I'll be enjoying that. David doesn't like aubergine. Makes his mouth go funny. Roasted, a red cabbage salori, will like that. Griddled tender stem broccoli with lemon and tahini. Oh God, it's all just so bloody good. Oh yeah, this I opened when I was so excited about it. Corn fritters with tomato and avocado salsa. So yeah, if these recipes are half as good, let me just find one more. All greens chunky butter bean soup with parsnip crisps. Lovely. If these recipes are half as good as the recipes in a more recent book, then that is going to be fantastic. So yeah, there we go. December's book haul. The next book haul you'll be seeing, I imagine, will be my Christmas book haul. Books that I get for Christmas. If I get any for Christmas. I mean, hopefully I'll get some for Christmas. There were a few on my list. And I always task David with going to a bookshop without a sort of like pre-idea of what you're going to get me, and buy me a book in there. So he has to have a little look and browse and think what he could get me. And that's nice, because I always get sort of something that I haven't heard of or hadn't considered reading. So very much enjoy that. So yeah, as I said, that'll be the next thing. So there we go. All the books that I've received in the month of December. Let me know how you're getting on. Let me know if you've got your mitts on any books, and I'll see you all again soon for another Vlogmas video. Better go and wipe this pizza off my dress.